What's up, everybody? We did it. We did it. Forget the haters. Forget the doubters. 45 cents on Tenx. Took a few days to marinate. That's what I said in my original videos. I have 8 videos on the stock spanning the last 3 days. I said it's got to marinate. We are not going to expect this to pop because I put out one video, or anyone puts out a video. It has to become trending. It has to be, people have to hear the information. They have to absorb the information, okay? 45 cents to 75 cents. We ripped well over 55, but we closed it at 55%. Just for shits and giggles, I grabbed 450 shares at the very end of the day. 450 shares for 7112, it looks like it filled at. All right. Someone out there asked, does anyone want to hold this over the weekend in this market? Yes. This is one of those plays. It doesn't matter what's happening in the market. Did it care about the market today when it ripped 56%? No. We know where this is headed, or where it could head, okay? It has warrants at 180 and 225. Don't fall for the Turca. Don't pretend they don't exist. Don't fall for the TBLT and pretend they don't exist. Don't fall for any of these plays that had warrants and pretend they don't exist. They exist. They're there. They're worthless pieces of paper. Look, guys. TENXW. I can't find it. I can't buy it because they're not tradable warrants. They were, these investors have the warrants, and when this stock hits that price, within 24 hours, they'll have exercised those warrants, converted them to shares. It'll instantly dilute our float, and they can sell those shares and collect money for their worthless paper. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that 180 is the max. That, it probably can run beyond that. Maybe they even let it run up to that 225 to collect both. Okay? Or 275 to get it up and over all of it. Maybe 3. Okay? We're a ways away from that right now, though, guys. We're only 70 cents. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, for one. But for two, we know, though, the second they do that, or the second it hits that, they will do the conversion. And then that conversion only takes 24 hours. There's no 2-week notification. There's no anything. They just tell the company, we'd like to exercise our warrants, please. It's met the conditional price. And then the company goes, okay. And then it happens. It's already done. Everything's all filed. It's all filed away. Perhaps some float discrepancy about free float, shares outstanding. If the free float is 231, which is what my broker shows, which my broker usually shows shares outstanding, not even free float. So this is a little odd. It's showing 231, okay, which is extremely small. Oh, and sorry, as you can see, the cost to borrow, very high, 138%. Just as an example, okay, guys, Turca did show 36 million. Just as an example, okay? I don't even care to talk about the stock at this point. Now it shows 344, okay? Confirmed. But that's all shares, okay? 87%, a little bit dropping, still quite high. But anyways, so let's just assume, though, that they sell all the shares and that the float is 10.9 million. I've been saying 10.6, like a slight misread. 10.9. 10.9. Let's just assume it's 10.9 and let's not even worry that it's 2. Who cares? What's the difference? 2 million, 10 million. It's the same. Or it's 2 and change and 10.9. So virtual 11 million. That's fine. Once we know that, it's locked down. Insiders already own 10%. Okay, they own 10%. So we don't even need to own the whole float or anything like that. But it is very achievable. At this price right now, if you're late to the party, but you try to get in pre-market on Monday, and there is a lot of activity on this stock. Okay, there's a lot of activity. 1 second here. Does anyone want to hold? Yeah, I'd say a lot of people want to get involved. There was 32 million volume, and there's normally only 1.88. Okay, 3166 divide 1.88. You're looking at nearly 1,700% more trading volume. And this has like been like this for 3 days now, okay? So anyways, sorry, let me get this out of the way. Let's say you're late to the party, but you still want in Monday, and we only need to own 90% of the float. It's 10.9 million. Sorry about that. 10.9 million. Okay, times 90%. Let's say everybody puts in $1,000. Let's keep this number in mind, $1,000. Let's just say this is all hypothetical. That's all I'm talking about. Hypotheticals. $1,000 at 72 cents buys you 1,388 shares. 1,300. Let's call it 1,389 to be more exact. The whole float of what's available to share. Divide 1,389. We need 7,000 people to get involved in the play. 7,000. If you go to StockTwits, there's like 20,000 watchers already. Okay? 25% bots, 25% bears, 50% bulls. Okay? And I'm not a very bullish guy in this market. We make all of our money shorting. Look at this today. 16,000% on wall. Schwab, another 2,200. Yesterday that was 12,500. I showed you a 520,000 return play yesterday. It was that bank that literally went bankrupt. SIVB. 278 down to, it's done. It's done. It's over there. They're liquidated. The FDIC is over there now, protecting assets. You want to get involved in that? Okay. So that's what we need. If it's 2 million, if it's 2.31, 2.31, and the insiders own 10% times 0.9. Okay, memory clear. Divided by, what was it? 1389 divided by 1389. We now only need 1,500 people to lock the whole float up, guys. We need 1,500 people to lock a float. HKD was 2 guys that locked 91% of a float. And the stock went from dollars to almost $3,000. Because they said, we're not selling you our shares. And shorts, it didn't matter if there was 5 shorts in it. They were getting blasted from the high CTB. The CTB on this is 140, okay? As shares become less available, the CTB will rise. So do you want to risk not being involved? The downside is you lose some money. It can happen. But the dilution already happened, guys. February 2. It already happened. We don't need you to follow and worry about YouTubers that want to feed you bad info or hate on it or whatever. We need you to just pay attention to factual information that you can look up yourself. You can look this up and verify it. It's not, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take anybody else's word for it. You go to the SEC filings and you look through the filings. And if it's too much for you, then I guess you have to start, taking somebody's word for it who's covered these things before. But the option for you to figure it out yourself is out there. Okay, so they priced their offering February 2 and February 3. Okay, just give me 1 second. Well, that was awkward. Since it's so late in the evening, my application started like they were updating it, I guess. It closed. But anyways, where were we? Dilution happened, guys. It happened on February 2nd, okay? Check it out. With that dilution, they added warrants at 180 and 225. So, as I was saying, you can hold to that point and beyond is extremely risky because they will convert those and then unload them. Exactly what happens in literally every other play ever that's had warrants convert into shares. Monday, I expect FOMO to be all-time high by Monday. Why not? Why would we stop when we know the free money that's available to us? What's there to stop us? Other than people selling, there's nothing there to stop us. The CTB is the pressure cooker, guys. It's the pressure cooker on every play. That's what was the pressure cooker on GameStop was the cost to borrow. The high SI matched with cost to borrow, meaning they had to pay a bunch of money to hold those positions, and then they said, screw it, it's not worth it. Okay, this thing, you got to understand, this stock is way down. They've already won. The shorts already won. Look, even if we get them to close out at $1.80, they still won. They shorted it from $3. They shorted it from $3. They still won. You go back 6 months, they had it at $4. They still win. You go back a year, they had it at 15, 20. But it's nothing to them. It doesn't matter. They'll close out, guys. I have to buy it. I have to hold it. 1,500 people do the same, or whatever the other number was, because I forgot now. 7,000. Let's take a look. Actually, I have the history here. Yep, 7,062 people or 1,500 people. Depends on what the float is. I just say, though, let's just work with that 10-9. Just work with it. Don't even worry that it could be smaller. That's just a bonus on top if it is. Hopefully, you guys feel the same way about this play. You can see the nice payday that is coming our way. There's still time. You're not late. You didn't miss it because last time I checked, $1... It's called $1.79. Divide 72 cents. That's still 248% profit, guys. There's still a ton of room left for you to make some cash. If you like this idea, if you like this call out, you found me on YouTube or StockTwits or Twitter, join the Discord. Link is also in my description below. You can join through YouTube, but please join through the actual link. It's so much easier and everything's automated. Okay, if you do it through YouTube, I have to do a whole bunch of crap and get you set up, and it's usually a pain for both of us. This is way more seamless. It's through Stripe. It's a massive company. It's all legit. It's all good. I got 400 members in the Discord. I'll show you real quick. All right, there's no trickery afoot. We've got, we're good to go here, okay? So sign up. We'll see you in there. If you want to stay up to date on this thing live. If you don't mind getting your info free, and late, check out the videos, right? I mean, I know I was early for you guys on the call out, but the exit might, it might be swift and fast, or something might occur along the way where we need to say, okay, guys, this and this and this and this happened, and then we roll out, all right? So far, I will end with this. Every single person in this play is green as of right now. No one can say anything about it, because everybody who entered within the last 3 days, if you entered at 58, if you entered at 62 or 63 or 45, you are green, 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 and I expect more of that, guys, next week.